what's happening to the network today. So I think we'll just run a quick broadcast in the next 5-10 minutes. We'll be off air. So can you go on with that of David Lewis, like you were saying?
Yeah, I remember in our previous episode we were talking about how Chelsea gave up David Luiz and it was a mistake. But from what I saw yesterday in the game, I think it wasn't a mistake because he was the one that made all the damages yesterday. One, he was one that caused the penalty, and also the second one of the goals that Salah scored, he was the one that was responsible for it. So I wanted to pass this message to Charles Daniel that was like going angry why it was
Body, you not see my own point of view. Why they gave him up? You know, it's so picky. This guy is hot-headed and he's
like
very sarcastic in the field of play, so he can cause anything.
Yeah, like I always tell people, I always believe in giving time to coaches or team. Don't judge them from the beginning or players. Yeah, but I know it's pretty early. But despite that, making two blunder in a match, I think is too much for a senior player like that. So okay. Outside that, we also saw some other games, other pretty games. Man United against the Crystal Palace. That was a very sad one for me because we found Manchester United. They lost 2 goals to 1, and I think the Palace were very, very good. They played a very good game. Also United, but were unable to score goals. So I'll move straight to the Spanish league.
Yeah, before we go to the Spanish league, I need to ask some question here. I know after the transfer window closed in England, we had a debate here about Alex Iwobi moving from Arsenal to Everton. I know it's early days. If his reason for leaving Arsenal was not playing enough games, but you can see this week he has only played like 15-20 minutes. Is that good enough?
If it's good enough.
Is that good enough for him? Is that good enough a reason for him leaving Arsenal?
Okay, let me answer that. Like what I said before about David Luiz, Chelsea, Arsenal, the same thing goes to Iwobi. I think it's too early to judge because this is just the 3rd week, and probably the team wants to play him gradually. So I think after a month and a half or after 6 games, we'll be able to decide for ourselves if it was a good move for him or not. So
okay.
I think it's too early.
I agree with you, but we are pundits. A pundit need to talk about anything. So the way we see it at the minute, that's the way we are judging it at the minute. So if at the 3rd into the 6-7 week you start playing, then we start analyzing it again. So we are describing it as it goes. One other question before I leave you on the Premiership is you watched the United game yesterday.
Yes.
They paid about £80 million for Harry Maguire. A clever defender. I'm just analyzing him according to what I saw yesterday. I know people say he's good, but what happened yesterday, I don't think he worth that money. When the Swedish guy, Lindenhoff also, went up to contest that ball, a clever defender would have known to run behind to cover, but he wasn't sharp enough covering that ball. So when the ball dropped, Abedi Pele's son, Jordan Ayew, was able to run in and knock the ball in. What do you think about? Do you think that this guy really with that money?
Okay, before saying if you want the money or not, let me analyze that goal from my view. I think what happened there, I saw it. I even when the replay came up, I tried to watch it. What happened? The two central defenders, one went to contest the ball. It's not that it wasn't behind him. It was behind him. But if you look very well, there was another player on the left side that he was trying to block, to cover for. There was another player right there on his left side. It's like he was blocking for the left full back because there was a player there on the left side. So he had to pick on one. So that's what he did. And unluckily for him, when the Swedish guy went up, he was able to get hold of the ball, he couldn't get to the ball. So that what happened. Okay, so let's go if you want
go on.
Okay, if you want that amount that was paid for him, I think it's still too early to judge. Like I always wait. I always like to give players time or teams time to judge them. I think it's too early. I will answer that question maybe after 3 months.
Yeah, my take.
Let me quickly just add this to this.
Yes.
Every league wants to make a big deal out of it. You know, so whether, yes, of course, he's a good defender, he's a good player, fantastic, but at the same time, Premiership just want to make big deal out of that money for people to see that, okay, our league is one of the best. So that's about it. To me, that money too big, yes, of course, it's too big. Whether earlier part is going to perform or not, I don't think we want that money. Simple.
Yeah, I'm tendering to that level. But go on.
The truth is that it's not a matter of being a Premier League or whatever. This is the what football became. You know, every league now people are paying a lot of money for players. Even players that doesn't even worth 20 million, they pay 50, 100. You know, this is the way the market is right now. So
remember,
yes.
Remember, it's business right now. Sport is business. They want to attract other players to their league to make sure people know that yes, we offer this money. Why would that money go to other, so it's all about money. It's all about business and stuff.
Yeah,
like Premier League doesn't have to prove anything. I think Premier League is like we all know is the best league in the world, and that position is being given to them by merit. So we all know that we don't need to impress by buying players or whatever, but just paying such amount for players is what the market is right now. So you don't have choice. If you can't afford it, you'll be left behind. So when you're a big team, you have to pay such much.
I would dispute that with you. I don't think the Premiership is the best league in the world. Guardiola said that about two years ago. So if you say if you say they are the most attractive league in the world, yeah. If you are looking at,
they are not the best league.
No, if you are looking at best, there are a lot of something that comes into it. That's the yardstick. If you are talking of crowd performance, entertainment, and those, that will be the topic for another day. I'm just trying not to mislead my viewers because
they have to the Champions League final, they have to think the UEFA Cup final. So I think that's just proving the point.
Yeah, the last 4 years, Spain has won the Champions League. If you look at UEFA coefficient of awarding points, Spain is still above England. So don't go there.
Of course.
So let's go into the Champions. Let's go into the Spanish.
Sport fanatics, and at the same time, you guys are on a Mudia too. So we are. We have to do it accordingly.
Go into the Spanish league. So what can you tell us about the games that were played yesterday? I think Barcelona is starting at about now.
Yeah, Barcelona they're just about to start. Yesterday, Saturday, where we had Osasuna played 0-0 with Ibar. Real Madrid played another draw again, 1-1 against Valladolid. Tifa won against Atletico Bilbao. Then Celta Vigo won, Valencia 0. So those are the results of the games of yesterday. And today, we already just a minute. We saw in about few minutes ago, Atletico Madrid won against Leganes. And in the early hour of the day, we saw 0-0 between Alaves and Espanyol. And Mallorca 0, Real Sociedad 1. So those are the results so far. Barcelona just on the pitch. I think the game is starting in a minute's time.
Is Messi playing today?
I don't know. I have to go to I don't know yet.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
So,
I've seen the lineup list yet.
Yeah, because without Messi, Barcelona is a bit dodgy. So
yeah.
let's analyze the Spanish league for 2-3 minutes. Where do you think the championship will be won and lost this year? Because like you rightly said, I think Madrid lost yesterday, or?
No, they drew.
They drew 1-1. Okay.
Okay. First of all, Messi is not in the starting league. I don't know if he's in the team. If I saw the Busquets now as the captain of the team, so
Okay.
Messi is not starting again. Okay. So your question is, who is going to be the champion of the season or what?
Yeah, where is the championship going to be won and lost this year?
I think it's obvious. I think Barcelona is going to win the league again this year.
Okay.
Not just being a Barcelona fan, I think you should look at the whole team. Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, and I think that like every year in Spain, there's always one team that comes from nowhere. And from what I've seen, I think the team that played Real Madrid on yesterday, Valladolid, I think they're very, very good side, and I'm expecting more from them. Then going straight to Barcelona, I think Barcelona has a very good team. I understand that you said they don't have a good bench. I don't totally agree to that. I think they have a very good team because a team that have Messi, this French boy that played from the left side or the right side or the left side, the left footer, what's his name?
Anton Griezmann.
Griezmann is there also. I'm not talking about Griezmann. I'm talking about the black guy that used to be in.
Okay, Dembele.
Yeah, the team that have a player like that, and the defense is even better than last year. And also the midfield, they have some great players in the midfield. I think having Barcelona at the moment that I can point my finger on, I think it's just the coach. That's the only problem. That's the only thing that I've seen. I hope you, from the mistake you made against their first opponent. So aside that, I don't see Barcelona giving up the league or losing the league to Real Madrid. Real Madrid goes to a fantastic side.
Yeah, if you are listening to us, let's see your comment. I can't see my comment table here. Send us your comment and let's hear what you think about this discussion. And I still stand by it. Barcelona have no bench. The match against Liverpool in the Champions League proved that. If they had a bench, they would have won that match. You can see Liverpool, they lost about 2-3 players, and they came up with a bench that won that match. And going to the Bundesliga, that is why I'm so much afraid of Dortmund this season. The players that are sitting on the bench, they are national players, German national players. And their match Saturday, because we always talk about German League, Bayern and Dortmund. They are mad. We're forgetting Leipzig, a team that is just destroying everything that comes their way at the moment. So, let's go back to Dortmund. They had a very good bench, and I still think them to beat Bayern this season because of the bench they have, and a very good coach also, like you said. German League this week, Dortmund trash Cologne, came from 1 goal behind to trash Cologne 3-1. Bayern beat Schalke yesterday 3-0. So Dortmund is still ahead with 6 points, and Bayern has 4 points. Leverkusen 6. RB Leipzig also have about 6 points now. So the league is hotting up over there also. Just before we go, my questions go to the two of you, Ukana and Stanston. We talked earlier about this letter to the president of Nigeria because that's the main thing for today. What do you think Nigerians should do? I go to Israel first.
Let me take that first.
Okay, go on.
Okay, Israel first.
Go on.
I think first of all, let me talk about the letter first. I think Nigeria government they shouldn't be a coward. They should be coward. How can they can barely control their own country. They are not telling other country what to do. They are this stupid doing that. Boko Haram have been running around the country from south to north for years. They've not been able to stop them. The herdsmen have been doing the same thing. They've not been able to stop them. Like what the German government said, like, go take care of your problem. We have our own problem with things that problem ourselves. I think they were very right, and I think the Nigerian government is the right time for them to learn that they are not doing their job. If their job were being done rightly, I don't think anybody will attack them. Then the the second one is that if you think what do you think Nigeria should do, I think what happened in Nuremberg is just an example. And it's a pity that the Nigerians are too. I think the Nigerians have already have to take action because the ones at home, like what I understand is that whenever you make any move, you get arrested and stuff like that. So the people that can really change that country is the ones in diaspora. I think they're doing what they did. I think is totally right to do that.
Thank you. So Canada?
As a matter of fact, Nigeria, you see, freedom of expression is recognized as a human right under the Article 19 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and recognizing international human rights law. Okay? And again, you see, the worst way to defend our freedom is to let our leaders start taking away our freedom. It is that time that you know that freedom of speech is very vital. What is going on in that country? It's about the killing, the raping, the slaughtering, unemployment, the hijack of democracy in that country, Nigeria. It's about time. If the leader cannot stop this nefarious behavior, the killing, the innocent people, the victims, those victims of rape, those families who their sons, their daughter, their father, their mother were murdered, all day like they kidnapped, they will all one day rise up and they will take the bull by the horn. If you cannot do something about it, you better don't talk about it because it can't continue like that. People are in the misery, people are in violence, people are in suffering, they are in pain. So whatever happens here after, right from now on, I think it's about time that people start to act, people start to take accountability, hold our leader responsible for whatever has to be done.
Well, on that note, we'll call it. Thank you, Suru Kana, and thanks to my colleague in Israel, Stan, for joining me on the program today. And also special thank you to Pa Odigie Emokbai, the island coordinator of Great Benin Origin, GBO, for joining us and throwing more light on the activities of the Great Benin Origin. Today, as you see, we've talked about the current issue in Nigeria. We talked about the lawyer representing Sowore, what he said, how this young man fought for democracy that they are all enjoying now. But on this program, we still believe that yes, the best way he would have gone was to say, I'm handling a protest, not calling for a revolution. They said there are several ways of skinning a cat without killing it. A protest can lead to revolution. You are not calling for war anymore. What you want is just simple demonstration, which is allowed anywhere in the world. So we hope that the lawyer can get him out of this mess, and next time with his education and awareness, he should be in position to put himself out in a better way. Mr. Chris Rosa, you just say what is this program all about? It's about Edo culture, politics. We talk about sports, Premiership, Spanish League, Bundesliga, those are Italian league at times, and we talked about things happening to Nigerians in diaspora, to Nigerians everywhere in the world. If you go to our Facebook page, you see some of our programs there. Like our page, you go to YouTube, Edo Mudia, you see some of our shows, then you can know what we're all about. So join in next week on time to 7 o'clock UK time to know more about the program, and we also call for your contribution also. So for now, with all these issues going on, we say, Jama, please don't persecute any of our citizens for doing what they've done. They are just fighting for their own right, for the betterment of the country. If Nigeria is better, all these issues happening in Germany all over the world, we will go back home. We won't be fighting you. We'll be fighting our people at home or enjoying our country. We just want a peaceful country. We just want a home. We've not realized this. I think Nigerian for years has not come to the realization that we in diaspora need to contribute to the development of that country. everywhere in the world, their citizens in diaspora contribute to the development of their country, not only by sending money to your family alone. Look for a way, even as we are talking here now, look for a way to talk about issues that is happening in Nigeria. I think that in a way would create awareness that will make people understand where to go and what to do about our country. So we say kudos up for those who are really fighting for the betterment of that country. We hope it gets better soon so that we can all enjoy what we enjoy in Europe. It's disheartening. Last year I spent about 3 months in Brazil. There was no day that the light went off. I spent time in Chile. 24/7, their internet is even better than the one we have in Europe. Underground system, everything. These are countries that are not as rich as Nigeria, and yet we are all doing godfatherism, rakadede, domosa to everybody, and not holding them to accountability. So this is something we all need to look into. So on that note, we'll be back again next week. We might be broadcasting from here again or from Tel Aviv, Israel. I'm sorry for the number today. I think I put a wrong number initially. Next week we'll do it better. I'm sorry for the breaking tradition. So I'll say join us again, same time, same place next week for another edition. Honorable Desmond Ugo, thank you for joining us. We miss you today. Next week we'll find a way. Hope you give us a call also. Osakbama Anyayo, thank you. Joy Telvasin and all the rest who join us today. Thanks a lot. We'll see you again next week. My name's Osa Godwin Osara. Ciao.